Today's episode of the Riderflex podcast is sponsored by our friends at Rocky's Venture Club, an angel investing group dedicated to accelerating economic development by educating and connecting investors and entrepreneurs. Their mission is to advance economic development in the Rocky Mountain region. And on today's episode of the Riderflex podcast, so working remotely. Now do you believe me? Okay, why is it titled that? Because I've been saying remote work is a good thing for years. In fact, Riderflex is 100% remote, and we have been long before coronavirus. I mean, really, think about it, right? I mean, why are we making all these people get in cars and drive down highways for hours just so they can go into a giant building, get to their desk, shut the door, and open a laptop? Why are we doing that? Same thing with cubicles. We're making people, think about it, we're making them drive to work, sit in traffic for an hour and a half, I don't know, pollute the globe, okay? They're miserable, take time away from their families, they go into some building, they get to the cubicle, they put on their little headphones. Yes, I'll just pause right there because there's many of you that are in these environments where workers have their little headphones on all the time. They put on their little headphones and they do their work for 8 hours. Then they walk through the building, go to the parking garage, spend another hour and 15 minutes in traffic, and go back home. And they're pissed off and irritated, right? Okay, stop it. Stop. I don't know why we're doing that. I mean, seriously, why are we doing that? Now, I will tell you, here are the frustrations about working remotely, okay? These are the things that can, hurt your productivity. If your internet sucks, okay, yes, that has to be in place. You have to have good internet service, good cell phone reception. That is true. You do need a room where you can work in a quiet environment without little Johnny jumping around in the background, waving his hands, okay? I mean, we love your kids and all, but I don't want to see Johnny on the screen every time I talk to you. So, yeah, do you have to have somewhat of a private room to work in? Okay, yes. Do you need good internet? Do you need a good phone? Yeah, you do. So there are some places around the world where remote work probably isn't possible for various reasons. But for a lot of us, especially in the US, seriously, we've got to stop making people drive to work just to open a laptop. It's just not necessary. With the chat rooms and Zoom and Google Meet and just there's so many tools to do video chat stuff now. Now, I'm recording this on June 26th, by the way, 2020. Many of you now have been faced with the task of figuring out how to work remotely. And now that you've been doing it for a couple of months, you are either saying to yourself, wow, this actually works, and I'm even more productive, or you're saying, this sucks because I have a small little apartment and the people that live above me are trampling around all day and I have to listen to their footsteps and I'd rather be in my office. Okay, so I get it. There are some cases where remote work isn't possible or it's annoying. But for many, many people, millions of people around the country, they should be able to work remotely. They'd have better lives, more time with their families, less pollution. I mean, they'd save money on gas, all of it. There's just so many reasons. I could go on and on and on, okay? So I've done several episodes on this topic, but now that we've been in this situation where everybody had to work from home for a few months, I just wanted to toss it out there and say, I was right. No, I'm just kidding. I still believe I'm right, but I'm just joking around a little bit. But really, think about it. By the way, if I was in commercial real estate right now, I'd sell all my stock. I'm sorry for all you commercial real estate guys. Please don't send me like nasty letters, okay? I feel bad for you. Because someday all these giant office buildings are going to be turned into apartments. Because workers aren't actually going to go there. It's going to happen. I'm telling you, I might be dead, but it will happen. So if you're in commercial real estate, sell everything now. Oh man, I can't wait to see the emails I get from those folks in that industry. Anyway, there is your Riderflex tip of the day. The Riderflex podcast features entrepreneurs, business executives, and the stories behind how they got there, as well as daily tips on career advice and job interviews. Our show can be heard just about anywhere these days, but you can visit riderflex.com and click on the podcast page to hear all the previous episodes and learn more about the recruiting and consulting services we provide. Contact us at the email address info@riderflex.com or 888-964-5876. Thanks so much for listening, and if you enjoy our show, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes.